Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure we didn't hear that he was going to be here. He didn't. I talked to him earlier this week.
Okay.
I might.
Yeah, which is all that matters.
I think it's going to be freezing.
This is your test run.
One year.
Hi,
As
how
a
are
county
you?
commissioner. I had just served an entire term as president of commissioners, right? Then we roll into January and it's just like I was forced to have.
That makes you
We
keep it
come
late.
in
Does that mean you have to stay
And
on?
I just took charge.
What?
Started being,
If I make
ran the
you
whole
keep it,
meeting.
does that make you
And-
come back?
I don't know if you remember.
Is, Eric not coming?
I don't know. He's
He
just
just
now
called
calling
Scott.
Scott.
Yeah.
And they just
What?
kind of looked
He's
at me,
calling
just let
Scott.
me
He's talking to Scott right
And
now.
afterwards, he came up to me, he said, Joe, you do know I'm president of commissioners, right?
I'll put that right there while you-
I'm like, and I read the whole meeting and they just let me roll with it.
Well, Malcolm Montgomery was a lawyer here for years. And one time the judge didn't show up.
Okay.
in Misdemeanor court. So he was just.
Is
the
that for Linda
prosecutor, So he went up and
Yes.
assumed the bench and it was quite a. He
Well,
ran everybody through it.
That would
Are you
throw
okay?
people for.
That was a little controversial.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we do that when-
At the beginning.
right after we call to order.
Yep. Nice things.
Hey, I have 4:31.
Yes, it's gonna happen. Yep.
All right. It's after 4:30, just after, and we'll call this meeting of the EVPL board to order. With that, I need to appoint a treasurer pro tem. Dr. Stubbs has agreed to do that. Thank you. With that, introduction forum for visitors. I think we have all staff members with us. No visitors. Is there any correspondence going around? We have no correspondence to share. We're ready for the consent agenda. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items on the consent agenda. A motion to accept.
A second.
Motion and a second. Are there any questions? Comments about the consent agenda? I did have one comment. I had asked earlier before the meeting started because on personnel matters, there was only one open position. It looks like we have a full staff. Heather had pointed out that with the recent changes that have been made by the board and the administration, we've been able to fill all open positions and with high quality employees. So that's great work. So if there are no other questions or comments, we'll entertain a vote. All those in favor of approval? Aye.
Aye.
Same sign opposed? It passes. Governance. Lori, transfer of appropriations?
In your package, you'll find a resolution. Whereas it has been determined that it's necessary to transfer appropriations from and to various budget items in the library operating fund, library improvement reserve fund, and the rainy day fund. And now therefore be it resolved by the Evansville Vanderburgh Public Library that the following transfers be made. In library operating fund, there's a total of increases for the budget line items listed of $80,342. And the same in the decrease of the line items where we had a little bit of a surplus of $80,342. Library Improvement Reserve Fund, we're transferring into the line items listed $67,268.31. And that will decrease the budgeted line items, professional services and equipment under technology. The rainy day fund, we also had some transfers in between categories and line items of $53,278.45 on both the debit and credit side. And that's presented to the Evansville Vanderburgh Public Library Board, read in full and adopted this 12th day of December 2024.
Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
That was motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
I guess I have a question, like, so you just didn't need as much money from natural gas, for example, you were able to just felt like there was not usage as much or expense as much, so you could pull funds from that.
Yeah, so what we do is at the end of the year, we estimate what our ending year-end balance will be for each of the line items. And we had a deficit in electricity and in water. And so we pulled money from natural gas to offset the water. We didn't have enough in natural gas to even cover the electricity
Gotcha.
overage, so I pulled it from another category.
No, that's fine, I
Yep.
just wanted to make sure you
Yep.
had enough to cover your expenses.
Yes.
You're good,
Mhm.
Yep.
thanks.
Any other questions? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Same sign opposed? Motion passes.
Please sign on the I side, and I need Secretary Sabrina to sign twice.
Item 5B, encumber 2024 funds.
So now that we've got the transfers done, we can encumber some of our outstanding purchase orders. So the resolution has been determined that it's now necessary to encumber appropriations from the library operating fund, library improvement reserve fund, and the rainy day fund for items which have purchase orders having not yet been delivered and services which have yet to be met to further projects of the Evansville Vanderburgh Public Library during 2024. Therefore, it be resolved by the Library Board of the Evansville Vanderburgh Public Library that the following appropriations hereby be encumbered from the 2024 budgets for the Library Operating Fund, Library Improvement Reserve Fund, and the Rainy Day Fund respectfully, ordered set apart out of that fund herein named and for the purposes herein specified, subject to the laws governing the same. And then the attachments are 3 pages, the first page being the Library Operating Fund. You can see the purchase order number and the vendor for which we are encumbering funds. The same with our Library Improvement Reserve Fund. And again, with our Rainy Day Fund. And these were all budgets that had the amount to cover these purchase orders. And again, they haven't been completed, so we'd like to encumber the 2024 funds so we can pay them in 2025.
Gotcha. Entertain a motion.
Second.
I hear a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Same sign opposed? Motion passes. Finance report of appropriations, number 6A.
So the appropriations balance as of the end of November was $2,611,028.05, or approximately 16% of the original budget with encumbrances from the prior year. And that is about a 1 month reserve or extra that we have in the pot. But that does not include the transfer to Library Improvement Reserve Fund that's budgeted out of this fund, as well as a couple of the other larger expenditures that we had listed. So those will show in our December appropriations report. The investments and balances, the investments as of the end of November 2024 for all 4 funds was $4,420,800. The average daily yield for November was 4.8156.
Thank you.
Down a little over 0.1%. And the average daily yield year to date was 5.2787. We're down 0.04% since October.
We're ready for the approval of bills. We had appointed a pro tem, but the treasurer made it. Right.
For the month of November 2024,
Not yet.
we show total invoices paid of $516,166.45. And it was a 3 payroll month. On the first, we had $342,974.18. In total payroll, $343,499.66 on November 15th. And just over $503,574.33 on November 29th. I'd ask that these all be approved.
That's a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor? Same sign opposed. Motion carries. We're now ready for other business, number 7A, North Park renovation, change order number 4. That Heather, is that Lamont? Scott?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it in my stack, Steve. I have it. Thank you. Is this scroll? There we go. So for the North Park project, we have change order number 4. There was a couple of no change orders on there, and there was also a credit. So we had the new front desk that was getting some panels put around the top of it going in, and there was a no change order for the sprinkler work above there. They didn't have to do anything. We did have to add lighting around the new circulation desk inside of this new basically cloud that we built. And that was a change of $9,108. We added outlets in the staff workroom for where the new furniture came and laid out. It did block some of the other outlets, so we had to add a couple outlets in there for a change of $1,092. And then we got a credit for $2,454 for some deleting some low walls in that area. We had some desks in the back area that would have made it a permanent structure that would have been attached to the ground. And we decided that we'd rather have the ability to move that. So we are going with more of a modular type furniture. So the total change order was, why is it every time I touch this, it highlights everything on your screen? Was a total of $7,746.
I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
A couple, actually. Did you just say we added 2 outlets for $2,400?
It was some outlets and some data drops there. So it does seem a little excessive, but to add outlets or anything at the North Park branch, it's all on a raised floor. So that it's not like just normal work where we would be able to go above a ceiling and everything. There's a lot of work that has to come that you have to pull up floor tile throughout the facility to get the new circuits to where they need to go. Once we got to the wall, that was the easy part. It was the accessing to be able to get everything there because of the way the building was built.
And just generally, my calculation is that so far we've had about $55,000 in total change orders, which is about 3 or 4% of the total project.
Yes, sir.
Are we going to have many more?
We don't anticipate. We're getting really close. We do have a few changes to add because we just put in the new circulation desk and had to add some outlets, which has been very strenuous, but we don't anticipate a whole lot more coming up. We caught a lot of the stuff on the first half and it applied to the second half also.
And just a note, I mean, I don't remember if you said 2,000, but the scope says they added 3 outlets for $1,092.
It was 3 outlets.
3 outlets for $1,092.
Okay.
So. Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Same sign opposed. Motion carries. Item 7B, North Park renovation, FF&E, change order number 1.
Oh, okay. So we bid the North Park project. The original bid came back. We did value engineering and went through, changed some materials and such. And so we have a deduct in the amount of $27,476.94 in savings that we encumbered from the new furniture layout, new pick of finishes and such. So that makes the total contract sum for the FF&E package at North Park $204,259.22.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
So does that make up the majority of this corporate design quote? Is that what that is?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, cause I noticed the total on it was 195, 493. So there's about 10, or a little bit difference there, but
So the quote, and then I believe we had to add on performance bond on that, and I don't know what else was added to go up from that 195 without having the whole thing in front of me. I
okay,
couldn't
well, I
tell you,
just
but
was curious. I just saw the difference in number. That's
it is, there was when we originally brought everything down, we had to add on those desks
Oh, okay.
that we removed in that last one, we got the deduct for the permanent desks in the back of the building. And we went with a furniture option instead, so we
Okay.
could move stuff around and,
$8,700.
which was the $8,700. That's right.
We're generally going down 10% instead of going up.
Yes, sir. Yes. We aim for that.
Yes. All right. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Same sign opposed. Motion carries. Item 7C, meeting schedule for action.
Yep. Right now in front of you in your packet, you should have the proposed meeting schedule that we'd like you to review and adopt if everyone can attend these dates next
They
year.
give me a page. Very, the
It
end.
should be the
The
very
last
last
page.
one.
last page.
Very last page, yes.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Can I have a second?
Sure.
I still have problems getting this downloaded from like.
At home?
Yes.
These are all the second Thursday of the month.
Same as always.
I have no question.
Okay. Any other questions? We have, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Same sign opposed? Motion carries. Oh,
Yes.
Waiting for you to approve it. So it has been previously talked about possibly moving your board meetings from location to location. We wanted to kind of just poll you guys unofficially. Would you prefer that we just tell you where they're gonna be? Or do you have a preference of when we figured we'd start in February. We do January here, like usual, start the year off here, and then in February, we'd need another location and another medium. Do you have?
does anybody have any concerns with going to any of the
Well,
other locations?
You know, I'm probably not as smart as everybody else here, but I get confused easily, so. You know, I have to be reminded, okay, where's the meeting at? You know, the nice thing about being here is it's always.
You know
here,
where it's gonna be.
easy, You know, from month to month,
good.
not
So my hope
knowing
would
where
be
you're
that we
going.
would kind of edit this document and we'd go ahead and put it on the document. We would send the document out to you, so you have it all on 1 year. We would go ahead and set it for the year, and then yes, we'll remind you every time as well.
So each one be a different place, or will we go central down somewhere else?
It's up to you.
Central down.
However you would like to do it.
Mhm.
I do kind of like the idea of an alternating, coming back here every other month.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm thinking about really is the technology setup and if that will become a little bit of a challenge in some of the locations.
You're probably not gonna get to the neighborhoods, just gonna be really honest. So we're really talking about just 4 other locations that have our normal meeting room capacities.
That'd be fine, I think. And then that allows for the public to,
And
McCullough
oh,
and Oakland.
Oakland.
We'll do Oakland before the summer because it appears that they will start construction.
construction.
We can do it during construction, see what's going on. And this is going to be selfish of me, but I'm 5-minute walk from here. If we were to do this somewhere else, could we make it at 5 o'clock instead of 4:30? Because I mean, everybody else probably has to, well, you work even closer than I do. Does anybody care?
We can amend your meeting schedule once we update.
Will that
That's up to
affect
you.
holding it? I mean, I understand what you're saying, Bob, but will that affect any expense? Does, having people have to work overtime or anything else? I
Nope.
mean,
No, we're open till 8 PM on Thursdays, so no worries there. And none of us that come to these get paid overtime, so.
okay,
it doesn't-
well, that's all I was.
The only thing I would say I think we might consider is moving the typically the last year, we haven't had a lot of public coming to our meetings.
Mhm.
Yep.
But having that consistent time, I do, some level of keeping things consistent.
I'd have no problem making them all 5 o'clock. I'm serious.
Mm.
I mean, 4:30 is, I had to like rush out to make it here for this one. It's basically business hours for me. But I can also do 4:30.
So you guys tell us. what want to
You
do.
guys said
Yeah. We can update the document and amend it and come back in January. We know we're gonna be here in January no matter
Mhm.
what, so.
I'll be here January at 4:30.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think if folks have, I mean, unless there's anyone else who has comments tonight, they could forward those comments on, copy the rest of the board. If you have strong feelings one way or another about the other locations and the time of general board meetings. And I don't know that we would need another motion. We just approved the current schedule. It does not have locations on it. So we can put locations on it. I don't think that, Steve, is there any concern with locations? We do the meeting, what is meeting requirements? 48 hours notice to the public?
We'll
Typically,
put it on our website,
yeah,
though.
typically we,
post it.
we announce the whole year at one time, which we're allowed to do under
Oh, okay.
statute,
Mhm.
So you don't do individual notifications
unless there's a change.
unless there's a change. So we would want to get this to the point where, when do you post that?
At the beginning of the year. But we can do
amend-
it,
Yeah, we can amend it at
Yeah.
any time.
Yeah, so if we do the January 9, then, okay. So maybe you'll send that out maybe ahead of so
Yep.
we can take a look. And if there are any comments, then we'll vote on it. The amended on January 9th. Sounds good. All right, are we ready for announcements? Okay,
Sure. Just wish everyone a very happy holiday season. Again, this has been a great year for the library. Staff have done a great job. Heather, do you want to tell them about our post that we received today? That was,
Actually, it happened 2 days ago,
Yep.
but we were made aware of it today on Evansville Reddit.
Mhm.
Someone was boasting about how they had moved away from here and they came back, and that we are one of the best library systems that they've ever been in any of the cities that they've lived in. There were a lot of comments following up on that as well. We don't often see the Reddit. Heather, of course, sees social media. Did you put it on social media? No? Okay, we've asked to see if we can put it on other, but there were a lot of great comments about people chiming in to say how much they love EVPL. And we did share it with the staff as well, so that was nice.
great.
As I understand it, Reddit tends to be negative, so.
Correct, so
Yeah.
it was very correct.
For it to be
Correct.
positive.
yeah. And that's all I had.
Okay, I wanted, you having it? Go ahead.
Well, the first thing is our State Board of Accounts issued or released our audit for the 2022-2023 year today. It will be posted on their website in 48 hours. So next Monday, I will have it uploaded to our board book document section. And then the other thing, and you may have already, I don't want to steal your thunder.
Well, we both probably want to do this, but I don't want to walk
you
on
do
any.
it.
I've never been in the position to do this before. And not that I'm happy that Eric is not here tonight, but I'm glad Eric's not, because Dr. Huff took me in as a young administrator and was always so gracious with her knowledge, her skills, her abilities to me. She gives and gives to this community. She gives and gives to family. She gives and gives to students. And your service to the library, I'm proud to be in the position tonight to thank you for your service to the library and the community. But personally, just everything you've done for me, Sheila, has been fantastic. So we appreciate what you've done, and we wish you the best in all the things that you are going to do in the future.
This has been an experience. Unexpected event. I've always had a great deal of respect for the library. You know, my big thing has always been reading. literacy. And I appreciate your comments. They're very sweet. I know there were times we bumped heads, but we managed to get past it. But I appreciate anybody who's doing anything in a positive way to help our youth. And I think that you all do it extremely well. And I give you kudos for that. I am proud, have been proud to be a member of this board and the people that serve. And so it is a kudos to you and certainly to the community. And for those of you that know me, you know, I don't just blow snuff. So I appreciate it. And I let you know I'm not gone. I'll be around. And if I can ever be of any service, don't hesitate to give me a call. But you have a wonderful, wonderful foundation, a wonderful group of people who are willing to support you. The community is supporting you, and you do not back down to challenging issues. And which was one of the reasons why I accepted to take this interim position. And I appreciate that. The community continues to need that as we move forward. So for all of you, for all that you do, and board members, thank you. It has been a treat. Thank you.
I'll just quickly remind you all, show up tomorrow morning for the holiday breakfast.
Holiday breakfast
Celebrate
tomorrow.
Together.
Mhm.
We'll be ready to go. Wear your Christmas pajamas or don't. Maybe you can't.
No ugly pajamas contest.
Sure.
There you go.
That's right.
You know?
No, that is not an option.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, no.
That's probably a good note to end this meeting on.
There you go.
All right,
Wear something, but you can wear Christmas pajamas if you'd like.
motion to end this meeting. Thank you.